failure. Sometimes there is praise and sometimes there is defamation. Sometimes things go according to what I want and sometimes not sure how things are going to happen in the future. There is a lot of uncertainty. No matter what, I actually love the story of the bird sitting on the branch, and a woodcutter comes to chop the branch, and the bird sitting on the branch sees the woodcutter. Still, it's enjoying the nature, singing, because it's not afraid that the woodcutter is going to come and going to cut the branch, but it has the confidence or the faith in its own wings. It has got two wings and it knows that I can just fly from one branch to another branch or one tree to another tree, wherever it wants to go. So it's basically the faith or the confidence that the bird had that it was still singing and enjoying the nature. In the same way, in our life too, stability and resilience are also like two wings of life and are the most important set of skills that we need in order to thrive despite the small and large challenges in our life. I'm sure everyone have challenges, but then resilience means our ability to bounce back. Resilience is our personal power. It's our inner strength that allows one to rise above the difficult circumstances and bounce back stronger than before the challenge. So basically, we are becoming more stronger when challenges come. And with such vitality, nothing can bring you down or destabilize you. I remember the saying of Nelson Mandela. He once said that, "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got up again." So it doesn't matter, failures happen in our life, things happen, but then do I have that stamina to get up again? Do I have that zeal and enthusiasm and courage to get back and keep going? And for this, I need to build my own inner capacity, my inner potential, inner strength. When a wire has a resilience test, weights are put on it, and the resilience factor can be gauged from the point when it doesn't bounce back. No matter how many weights we put on it, it should not bounce back. And either the weights need to be removed or the wire has to be strengthened more. That's how they check the resilience factor. So now the question arises, how am I leading my life, bearing all the weights, all the burdens in my life? So different things happen in my life, situations come. Am I able to take care of myself? Do I have the ability to take care of just myself, or am I able to take care of others also? How am I doing? Am I feeling safe, secure, and stable all the time? Or am I not? Or sometimes I'm feeling safe, secure, and sometimes I'm not. So what do I have to do in order to feel that stability and security all the time? And one thing I need is to take care of my mind properly. And this has to be on the top of my priority list. There are many good practices for this: meditation, self-awareness. But then what we tend to say is, I have a job, I have a family to take care of, I have to go to gym, I have friends, I got to go to shopping, and where do I have time to sit and meditate? So what's happening is all of this has been given the number of 4 or 5 in our list, or sometimes even it goes to the bottom of the list. But what the global scenario is telling me is to bring soul care, the care of inner self, to the top of my priority list. Just like we need oxygen, we need water. In the same way, for us to keep our mind peaceful and strong is also very important. Our quality of life depends on the quality of our mind. Our mind is an interface between me and the world. So I need to pay a lot of attention to it. For example, if I buy a new machine, or I buy a computer, some electronic device, I get a user manual along with that. And that user manual tells us how I should use the equipment, how I should look after it, take care of it properly. In the same way, do we have a user manual for the mind? Is it taught in any university or colleges? Or does anyone have an user manual? What kind of thoughts should I have? One thing that we all do the whole day, whether we are eating, whether we are drinking, whether we are sleeping, whatever action I'm doing, one thing we all do. What would be that? No matter what we do, you might be going around, doing something, doing your work, whatever I'm doing.
Breathing.
Breathe.
What else? One thing we definitely do, even while we are sleeping.
Thought processing.
Very good. That's our thinking. And we think a lot.
Yeah.
So just like the food that we eat, we think about what food is healthy for me. So do we think about what kind of thoughts are healthy for me?
Positive.
What thoughts should come when I wake up in the morning? What thoughts should I have during the day? And how many thoughts are enough for a particular situation? So how to put the mind to sleep in the night? What type of thoughts do I need in the night? Did we ever think about it? In our 24/7 lifestyle, we forgot to take care of the mind and do the practices to make mind stronger. Two things that are fundamental that helps us to pass through challenges with stability and resilience. One of that is, how strong is my mind? And this is helped by meditation And not just when we are sitting and meditating, but there are meditation practices for the daily life during the whole day. And the second fundamental thing is how I see my life, how I am leading my life. We need a greater understanding of life and greater understanding of events and the changes, the way we feel about them. One is we can't control what life is bringing to us, but I can control how I choose to receive it. We can't control what comes in front of me, but I can control how I choose to look at it, the way I perceive it. Generally, what happens to most people is they see what happens in life, whether it is a global scenario or something in personal life. And we forget that we have a choice. We have a choice the way we want to see it. Because of seeing life from only one particular angle, which I would call as a limited angle, and our emotional state is a result of that. So we are thinking limited, and our emotional state is also the same way. Let's talk some examples. I'm stuck in traffic. So how do I feel about it? Am I happy? Am I peaceful? Or am I frustrated? A little bit annoyed? Oh, I have to sit in this traffic for long hours. What am I going to do? Or how do I feel about it when I'm stuck in traffic? Am I patient? Can I wait? What can I do at that time? I can also enjoy music instead of being frustrated and annoyed. So we have a choice the way we look at things. Another example could be, I have to clean the home, I have to mop the place. Do I enjoy it? Can I focus on the enjoyment of seeing the clean surfaces? Or if I have to do some boring task in Excel, or something that you're not interested in, I can be more creative. I can find some more efficient way of doing it. So there is something that we can find to make the task more enjoyable. So it can be any task, but we just need that mental strength to shift our attention when needed. It could be any task in our life, but I'm not able to do it because I'm not mastering myself. If I can master, then I have the ability to enjoy everything that I do. In general, the way we live is outside in approach, outside in, which means whatever is happening outside is affecting me inside. Someone said something to me, I'm sad. Something happened to me, I'm taking sorrow. So whatever is happening outside is affecting me inside. But in spirituality, it is an inside out approach. And in an inside out approach, we think inside first. We go inside first. And then we think about what's happening outside. There are three different types of people. And the way we live is the first type are those people who think that we are just surviving for the sake of living. So in this scenario, even a clock survives, a tree survives, any object survives. So I will also fall in that category. I think I'm just surviving. And the second type of people, they say, we exist. We have the daily challenges, we have experiences of life. Sometimes some wonderful things happen in our life. Sometimes there is failure and there is success. There are difficult times, there are good times. So in this exist mode, we are as per the results of what is happening. We have no sense of control over our emotions. It's like a roller coaster of emotions. You know the roller coaster going up and down, and then there is lack of self-control in this existing mode. And the third type of people are those who really live. And what does it mean to really live? Because when we go through our daily routine and experiences of life, sometimes we're ignored and sometimes I'm the center of attraction for everyone. But whatever it is, the way I live is in my hands. Just as we said, the way I think is in my hands. The way I see things is in my hands. It is my choice. I choose how I wish to feel. Because my thoughts and my emotions, they are my creation. No matter what someone does to me, let me give you an example. What happens when something from inside comes out? Like there are two people and they bump into each other on a corridor, and one is holding a cup of coffee. And when they hit each other, the coffee spills on both of them. So what happens? Whatever was inside the cup came out, and it was coffee, and it spilled on both. But if it was tea, that would have come out. And if there was water in the cup, that would have come out. So whatever was inside just came out on both. So just as when someone comes into friction with me and rubs me up the wrong way, what will I give out? So whatever I have filled myself within, it will come out. If what I have filled myself, that which is critical, wasteful, unhappy thinking, then the collision is just an excuse and it just comes out, whatever I'm carrying inside, within. If in that collision, I just stop and apologize and the other person says, it is okay, with a big smile, then there is a growth of compassion, love, humility, and we are not reacting. So this happened not at the time of bumping into one another, but it's actually a practice that they have developed. And through that practice, they were able to create the feelings of positivity. So this is what happens in our life. So let me fill the self with the feelings of goodness. And when I have this positivity and goodness inside, then my old reactions and responses, they just go underwater. So what is shown outside is what is inside me. So if there are any bad images or feelings that I'm holding, then that creates disturbances in my interactions with others. So we need to hold that positive energy inside. And when there is that positivity, then we are not limited. We don't think in a limited perspective. So if I think in a limited angle, limited perspective, then all the insecurities, fears, anxieties, what is going to happen, all these enter inside. But I would see life, what I would call as an unlimited angle, because we have unlimited energy inside us, each one of us. Most important energy is the power of our thoughts. It is said that life is simply a game of thoughts. And when we are overthinking, thinking too much, we are draining our energy. We are throwing away the precious fuel of thought power. And the result is that the mind becomes weak. And when the mind is weak, our energy levels go down. And then we easily become afraid of what we see or hear, or we become reactive. And then there is tension, anxieties, fears that grow as the mind becomes weak. So I have to really check myself, what type of thoughts do I have? Do I have positive thoughts? Do I have negative thoughts, stressful thoughts? Do I have waste thoughts? Do I have necessary thoughts? Basically, there are 4 types of thoughts. When we talk about negative thoughts, they are the thoughts that are related to anger, greed, attachment, lust, ego, jealousy, hatredness, animosity. All the thoughts related to that are negative thoughts. And these negative thoughts, they release stress-related hormones into our body. Epinephrine, norepinephrine, cortisol. These are the stress-related hormones that are released due to negative thoughts. And these are the root cause of many diseases: diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis. So they are harmful both to the physical body as well as to the mind. So I need to be very careful about what type of negativity is inside me that is creating these negative thoughts. And on the other side are the waste thoughts. And waste thoughts are those types of thoughts that are not really needed. If I'm going to think the whole day what I'm going to eat in the night, then it's like I'm thinking a lot. Thinking more than what is needed is waste thoughts. And if the quantity of waste thoughts increase, they become negative. Because if I'm holding on to some type of waste thought about some person, or if I'm just gossiping about someone or thinking about what others are doing a lot, then it goes into the category of waste. And if that quantity increases, it becomes negative. And the necessary thoughts are those which are vital to our life. I need to take care of my health. I have to cook. I have to take care of my family, my children, go for shopping, get some groceries, things like that, which are necessary in our life. And the fourth type are the positive thoughts. And positive thoughts are the thoughts related to our original nature of my inner being. Those are peaceful thoughts, loving thoughts, merciful thoughts, compassionate thoughts that brings good energy. And when I have these types of positive thoughts, then very good hormones, endorphins are released into the body, which are good for the mind as well as the body, that increases the strength of the mind. So for me to develop that positive energy, I need to have positive thoughts. For me to be peaceful, to be loving, to be caring, to be compassionate, when I have these thoughts, automatically I have such feelings when I come into interactions with others. For example, when someone is angry and they shout at me. So what do I do at that time? If someone else at us, what will we do? There can be three scenarios. The first scenario is, I can also be angry, which mostly people tend to do. Okay, someone is angry with me and I'm also angry with them. So they shout at me, I shout at them. So what is happening here? They gave me negative energy, and what I did, I accepted that negative energy. I took it. And then what did I give back? I gave back the negative energy because I was also angry with them. So they were angry with me and I'm angry with them. So in this first scenario, there is this exchange of negative energy between the two parties. And the second scenario would be, they gave me negative energy. They were angry with me. And what I did, I just kept silent. I kept silent, but then I took that negative energy. I was feeling sad. I took a lot of sorrow. And I was thinking about it. Why did they say me like that? I never did any harm to them, but they were behaving in that way with me. So it's, and I have accepted that negative energy. I took it. So they gave it to me and I took it. But then I didn't give them, I was not angry with them in the sense from outside. I didn't shout at them or yell at them, or I was not reactive with them. But then from inside, I'm like struggling. It's like a pressure cooker. You know how the pressure builds in a pressure cooker? Slowly it builds, it builds, it builds, and then one day, when it comes, it bursts out. So that is the second scenario. So I'm building that stressful pressure inside me that my negative energy inside is increasing day by day towards the person or a situation. So that is the second scenario. And the third scenario is they were angry with me, and what I did was I very peacefully responded back to them. So I had that positive energy inside that I had the ability to respond in a peaceful manner. So they gave me negative energy. I didn't take that negative energy, nor internally nor externally. And what I gave back to them is positive energy. I was loving with them. I gave good wishes. I peacefully spoke with them. So this is the third scenario. So among these three scenarios, which one would we like? Is it the first scenario where they gave me negative energy and I gave them back the negative energy? The second scenario where they gave me the negative energy, I took it inside. And the third is they gave me negative energy, but I gave them back the positive energy.
Third scenario.
Third one.
Third one.
Good. So everyone likes it.
But very difficult to do that.
So why does it become difficult?
Because
Why
we
does it
have
become-
negative energy in us.
Because our mind is not strong enough to give them back that positivity. So we actually can do few practices to make our minds stronger. When we wake up in the morning and before we start engaging with life, we have to engage with our inner self first and experience that peace at the center of your consciousness. And we have to do it every day. Daily practice is needed for this. So let's start with a meditation beginner's exercise. And we will have a simple visualization for this. So I'll play soft music along with some commentary. Do the best to follow that commentary. Okay? So till then you can sit comfortably with your back straight. If possible, put your feet on the floor. Just be comfortable and sit alert. Sit relaxed. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whichever you're comfortable. Step back from the world of action, the world of doing, and just I'm with myself. In this exercise, we use the power of images. So as the mind thinks in pictures, you try to picture it. Just withdraw your attention towards yourself and draw your attention upwards to your face. Draw your attention to the center of the forehead. In the center of the forehead, picture a small room. This small room is your quiet room of peace. This is your private and personal space. This quiet room is the place where you can relax completely. This is the place where you can be yourself. Your quiet room of peace is your sacred place. The place where you can recharge your mind. Inside your quiet room, you're safe, you're secure, you're free from the pressures and demands of outside world. Feel the silence. Feel the wonderful peace of your quiet room. Just allow your mind to absorb the atmosphere of serenity, tranquility. As you do so, your mind begins to slow down. Mind becomes calm and relaxed, peaceful and free. Just be with this feeling of peace of mind for 1 minute. When you are ready, you can return back to the present location. How did you feel?
Relaxed.
Was it easy or difficult?
Easy.
That's good. So making some time and practice, it's not difficult. I just need to sit in my quiet room peacefully. I can start my day with that peace and positivity. And then my whole day will be beautiful. So what we were practicing is the first truth. And the first truth is, I am a spiritual energy. I am a soul. And peace is my original nature. I simply need to be aware of it, that I am a peaceful soul in the center of my forehead. I am a peaceful star in the center of my forehead. So you can start the day with this thought, and during the day, I need to repeat this thought. So resilience also means that I understand my original state. And this original state is the highest of all. And in this original state, I can stay stable and peaceful at all times. So let me practice this and begin to relate it to others as well. So I am a spiritual being. I am a peaceful soul. And whenever I see anyone, any person, so what is the first thing that I see? Do I look their age, color, or is it the gender? Is it the family, or the profession, or the background? Or do I see the other as a spiritual being, as a soul? So try to visualize a star, a soul energy in the forehead. I am a soul, and here is the fellow soul. So whenever I'm coming into interactions with others, let me have that spiritual connection. Let me have, or let me generate that genuine love and respect for others. And then my relationship becomes stable. So let's spiritualize our relationships and then see how our relationships change with spirituality as a base. Because the original qualities of my spiritual being, the soul, are peace, love, happiness, mercy, compassion, cooperation, kindness. This is my true original nature. And when I'm in that true state of mind, in that truth, then I can always be peaceful. I can always be happy and content in my life because I'm full inside. I'm charged inside. I'm the master over myself. And I'm the master over my senses, wherein I'm relating with others with an inside-out approach. So I'm peaceful, I give peace. I'm loving, I give love. I'm happy and I share that happiness with others. And it's so beautiful. So I just need to practice this. Sometimes there are different life events that we see. And there are two approaches. Some people see life as a series of random and spontaneous events. They just happen. And sometimes we are lucky and some are not. But another approach is there is a mechanism of life. There are some steps, there are some principles that are guiding the human experiences and human events. There is a principle and there are some systems behind which are causing those events to happen. Some people call it as law of cause and effect, and some call it as a law of choice. Some call it as the consequence of law of action. And it could be action and reaction, the law of action and reaction, the law of choice and consequence, or some use the word karma. It's the law of karma. So we are good, we are peaceful, we are kind, but still things are not according to what I want. So what does it mean? It's the law of karma, the law of action. Need not necessarily be that I'm good, so everything good happens to me. There can be all different types of things, circumstances and situations, but how should be my actions? So actions means it can be my thoughts, it can be my words, it can be my expressions, or any physical level of doing things. So how am I expressing them? Are there virtues, values behind what I express? Is my original nature, original qualities active and awake? Am I being kind all times? Am I being loving? Am I being peaceful all the time? So what is happening? See what is happening and what is coming out of me. And that will actually give me the confidence. It gives me the stability and security that my actions will take care of me. Never think that even I'm good, not something good is happening to me. My goodness will come back to me. That's the law of karma. I don't have to be over concerned about what others are doing or not doing. I believe people really pay attention to the quality of behavior and what is the intention behind my action and how much virtue is behind my behavior. And such people have this confidence, stability inside. They don't run after things because they believe that at the right time, right things will happen. In simple terms, some people say it at the end of the day, your karma will protect you. At the end of the day, my karma will protect me. So I don't have to overthink, but continue to pay more attention to my values, to my virtues, to the purity of my intention behind my every action. And these are the things that really matter. I would like to share with you a personal story. A couple of years ago, I was in a meditation gathering, and one person was also in the class, meditation class, and the person was going through some discomfort, and he passed away right there. I saw paramedics working on him, trying to save him. But he left the body. So seeing all of that, what came in my subconscious, that one day my time will come and I will have to leave this body. So what will I ask myself? Do I have the fear of death? Do I have the fear of losing myself? Do I have the fear of losing others? Do I have the fear of losing my property? What am I going to carry with me when I leave this body? I'm not even carrying my body with me. This body is just the costume, and they'll either put it in a coffin and it gets buried and it gets mixed with the 5 elements of nature. So I'm neither going to carry this body nor any bodily beings are going to come with me, nor I'm going to carry any possessions with me. Why do I have to fear for death when I know that I'm immortal? I'm a spiritual being, I'm a soul, I'm immortal. There is no death for the soul. It's just the body that's going to mix into the 5 elements. So I started thinking about this. And I asked myself, so what do I have to do? And I started checking, how much love did I share with others? How much happiness did I give to others? How many smiles did I bring? How many spirits did I uplift? And I think that these are the things that really matter at the time when I leave this body. It's my good karma and my good deeds that really matter at the end of the day. And how much time do I spend for that? So I started thinking about this deeply. What is my karma? How are my actions? How much attention should I pay to them? So that's the criteria I would use to measure a meaningful and successful life. No matter what's happening to me, how are my thoughts? How are my words? How are my deeds? How are my relationships with others? When someone dies, we always notice they write the year of birth and the year of death, and in between is a hyphen, the dash. And that is what the dash that is the life that I am leading at this point of time. So how am I leading my life? Is it purposeful and meaningful? So I think that if we pay more attention to this in our daily relationships, not only am I helping others, but it is making me spiritually strong. It's going to help remove fears and anxieties. So it's not just I'm stopping to have waste thoughts, waste words, but in addition, how much happiness can I generate to others? How much positivity do I have in my behavior? And how much love can I share with whoever it is around me? And that kind of karma, which is called sukarma or positive karma. And this positive karma also helps to make the soul strong. And when the soul is strong, the mind is strong, and the feelings of anxiety, insecurity, fear, they begin to dissipate and to finish. So for me to understand this law of karma and keep performing good karma, that brings that stability in my life, stability from inside. So this is a soul care kit. And in this soul care kit comes first is to have a strong mind with the power of positive thoughts, and for me to stay in my original state, my original nature of the soul, original qualities. The third is to perform good karma, sukarma. And when we are talking about the karma, it is also important for me to understand this whole drama of life. This world is like a drama, and we are all actors playing our part on the stage. So we are all actors. And whatever happens, just like a film, we watch the film in a detached way. Lots happens in a film. People fight, quarrel, they unite, they love. Many things happen, but we are detached, we just watch. In the same way, for me also to think that I'm just an actor, and everyone is an actor, and everyone is playing their part accurately in this drama. And whatever happens in this drama is always good. Do you believe that? Or sometimes do you feel, no, what's happening is not so good? Am I able to see goodness in everything that happens to me? Let me share a short story. It's the story of a man in a village, and he had a son and a horse. They are the only two assets that he had. So one day, what happens was the horse was stolen. And then everyone comes to that man and says, "You're so unlucky. You're not so fortunate that you lost the horse." The man heard it, but what he could do, he thought, at least I have my son. And 10 days later, the horse comes back with 10 more horses. Then all the villagers come back to the man and say, "You are so lucky that you have 10 more horses and also your son." The man said, "Okay." And then his son started to sit on the horses, and suddenly he fell down and he lost his leg. He was handicapped. And then everyone came to the man saying that you are unlucky, that your son even can't walk, he can't do anything, he can't help you with anything. The man said, "What to do? It's how it is." He kept his mind positive, whatever was happening, and just dealing with it. And suddenly there was a war in that territory where the man lived. And all the young and the youth in that territory were asked to be part of the war. So all the villagers lost their son because they went to the war. And this man, because his son didn't have legs, he still had the son. So all the villagers came to him saying that you're so lucky you still have your son. So this is what happens in life. Many times we just see the odd things and we kind of ignore or don't see the positive things or the goodness what the life is giving to me. So just whatever happens, any type of circumstance, situations, however people are around me, for me to learn, for me to experience something, to learn something, to take some goodness from everything. So I will be able to do that when I have that faith in the drama. Whatever happens is good. There is something to learn and experience. I can always take lessons from the past. So no matter what happens, don't worry, be happy, accept less, and give more. That has to be my vision to life, because everything happens in the drama is accurate. There is a saying, scream the past, cream the present, and dream the future. But not to be worried about future, but be in the present and enjoy this moment in life. Be that peaceful star and keep sharing that peace around you. So this is the third thing in the soul care kit, is for me to see the goodness in this drama and be confident and stable with the actions that I perform. Keep doing good sukarma. So once we understand that we are the souls, we are those spiritual energies, that eternal beings, there is more powerful energy than us. Even though the soul is powerful, but then what we tend to do is we misuse that energy of the soul, the energy of the mind, because we become weak. And that weakness means that we get influenced by everything around us. And now there is another energy which is more powerful than us. And that energy is the supreme power. We can call as the supreme being or the supreme soul. So when my battery is discharged, when I am not peaceful, not loving, and not caring, there is something different, disturbances in my soul, then we need to connect with that supreme energy. This is super essential. We need to connect with that supreme power and then download that power, that supreme energy within ourselves. So connection of the soul with the supreme soul is the truest or the deepest meaning of the word yoga. Yoga comes from a word called yuj. It's a Sanskrit word which means connection, union, communion. So it's the connection of the soul with the supreme energy, the supreme soul, who is the highest on high, the highest energy in the universe. So this is the ultimate, highest action, the best, good, powerful karma that we can do. And when I have that connection and I experience that connection, then my soul's battery is recharged. My powers of love, peace, happiness are awakened, because the supreme energy is the ocean of peace, the ocean of love, ocean of all powers, the Master Almighty. And I can download by this connection all the powers and my original nature, original qualities of peace and love. The supreme energy is the ocean of mercy, the ocean of compassion. It's the remover of sorrow and giver of happiness, bestower of happiness. So it's the theory of image and its effect. Even at our homes, we have the pictures of someone whom we like, or we keep the pictures of our elders. So when we look at them, we remember them, and whatever good they did, we also bring it in our life. But by looking at something, we become like that. In the same way, by having the connection of the soul with that supreme energy, the supreme soul, there is a lot of positive energy, power that I can get in that connection. But how do I relate with that supreme energy? People even use the word God, and there are three approaches, the way they relate people have about the supreme. One is like when a beggar knocks your door, you may open the door and you may give him what he needs, but you will not really ask the beggar to come inside, sit and chat. We don't do that. We don't have that relation with the beggar. You know, they sit just outside and you just give them food, clothes, and you may not invite inside. But when a cleaning lady comes into your house, you let her clean the house. But there might be some private areas where you might not allow the cleaning lady. With a cleaning lady, it's you let her inside, but may not be to the whole area in your house. But if it is your child, and the child is the master, she feels that she or he feels it's her house or his house, and they are the master of the house. So there are different approaches with a beggar, with a cleaning lady, and with a child. So some relate with the Supreme. In the form of a beggar, I'm asking, give me some peace, give me some health, give me this, give me that. And you might get what is asked for. And with cleaning lady, it's like a business. You pay the amount for whatever that she has cleaned. Some relate with Supreme in that way. Okay, you give me this, I will give you this much donation. Or you give me this, I'll give you that. But as a child, when I connect with the Supreme, I'm the master over his virtues and powers. I can take as much as I want. And he is unlimited. The Supreme Energy is full of all powers and virtues, and I can take as much as I want. The peace and the love that we get in this human world from the human beings is very limited. Today they are loving, tomorrow they are not. Today they are kind, tomorrow they may not be. So whatever I'm receiving is for a limited point of time. But then from the Supreme Energy, I can get as much as I want, whenever I want, 24/7. So for me to establish that relation, that connection with the Supreme Power, so I, the soul, am a point of light, and the Supreme Energy is also a point of light. Regardless of age, regardless of religion, regardless of gender, regardless of any socioeconomic background, my connection and relation with the Supreme Energy remains the same. Whoever I am, the Supreme Power accepts me, whatever I am, and is always giving to me someone I can always look to. And his canopy of protection gives me the stability and the resilience with whatever is happening in my life. That canopy of protection, if I can hold on to, and I can do that by having the practice to see myself as a soul, a point of light, and to remember the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is also a point of light. We will also have this practice towards the end, how we can feel safe as a child. I'm safe in the company of a parent. As a child, you have those feelings of belongingness, that I belong to someone, I belong to somewhere, and the child has all rights over parents' property. Supreme Being is that ocean of peace and love, and I have right over that. So this personal connection with the Supreme need to be worked out, has to be made more deeper, more experiential, more intimate and real so that it helps in my day-to-day life. It makes me feel stable, resilient, so that I have that ability to be flexible, to be adaptive, to be optimistic, so that I have this experience and I become stronger. So this resilience provides a protective factor for us to deal effectively with times of change, high pressures, and stress. So whatever the life is giving to me, I'm strong and I can do it. I can face it. And then I can lead a meaningful and fulfilling life regardless of what happens, what comes along the way. So what we need is the soul care kit. First thing is the power of my thought through having positive thoughts. My mind is strong and powerful. And the second is I stay in my original nature of my soul. And that's how the third thing is the karma, whatever actions I perform good actions, understand the karma philosophy and have the faith in the drama. And the fourth and the ultimate thing is my connection with the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Being, the highest energy that brings the stability and resilience. So let's hold on to this soul care kit from today. And there are also a few positive affirmations that I can share if we have time towards the end. So before that, shall we practice our connection with the Supreme Being, the Supreme Soul? It's easy to do with meditation. So meditation comes from the Greek word medere, which means healing. I'm healing the mind, healing the soul, filling my soul with the energy of the Supreme, with my connection with the Supreme. So let's do this little meditation and experience this. So let's sit with the back straight. Keep your feet flat on the floor and follow the commentary as best as you can. Sit relaxed. Ask myself, who am I? If I look in a mirror, I see my face, my body, but there is more to this. I bring my attention up to my face and up to the center of my forehead. And here, my picture is beautiful star of peaceful light. Just visualize a wonderful star of peaceful light in the center of the forehead. This is the star of peace. And from this star, rays of peaceful energy are radiating throughout my body. Sending peace and healing energy to every part of the body. This wonderful star of peaceful light in the forehead. This is me. This is I, the eternal soul. I, the soul. I am eternal. I can never die. Deep inside, I, the soul, am a reservoir of peace. I am peace. I am light. I, the soul, am the child of the Supreme. Supreme energy is the ocean of peace. Just like a sun, his rays of peace are falling on me, the soul. Let me bathe in these rays of peace. Rays of light, of strength. The one who is there to uplift me, to guide me, to hold me, and protect me. I am under the canopy of protection of the Supreme Light, Supreme Source of Energy, Supreme Soul. Om Shanti.
Om Shriya, thank you very much for this wonderful and powerful session that we had with you, understanding how to treat our mind and empower it. We do have from 6:30 to 7:30 our public meditation